Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? Grumpy here, coming to you from Leavenworth, Kansas, where work has me deployed once again. I'll be working here for approximately the next 2 weeks. Um, yeah, hanging out in Leavenworth. It's a city that's very rich in history, and I'm going to do another video at some point where we talk about some of the things that go on here in Leavenworth or have happened in the past. It is the first city of Kansas. So you think about that, that's going to bring a lot of history with it. So this is going to be another one of Grumpy's rants. As you know, on the last one, the very first rant, I was mainly focusing on travel. And I got a few more rants I want to go over with still traveling like I do. So when you travel and you get on it, you go to an airport, obviously you can't take a water bottle. Well, you can take an empty one in and fill it when you're in there. Excuse me. So those of you that actually get a water bottle and you're drinking it on the plane and you still have some water in there and you're coming in for your landing, and during the descent you notice that water bottle just got real skinny. That's cool. Why the hell can't I get skinny on the descent too? Can I get a little love on that? You know, my water bottle gets skinny just because it's coming down. I'm coming down with that same water bottle. We're dropping at the same pace. Let the old man get a little skinny too. But then, you know, if you think about it, you notice when you go ahead and open up that water bottle, you open its mouth, it gets fat again. So I get it. I feel you, water bottle. I feel you. So next time you're flying, you got a water bottle, check it out. See if it gets skinny. See if it gets fat again. Another thing, I mentioned in the last video that I like to sit in the aisle seat, but I do like to sit towards the back of the plane. I'm in no hurry. Let you know, everybody else get up and get off. Unless I've got a connecting flight, I ain't worried about it. So, but I do like to sit close to the bathroom area because I am getting older, and as I mentioned, drinking water on the plane, it happens. One thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to go in there and do a number 2 in that bathroom on the plane. I've been on planes and I've seen the sign that says, do not flush while sitting on the toilet. I promise you that's not going to happen. Have you seen the suction in them things? Look, I've already sat on the boys, you know, a couple times being the age I am. I'm not about to give that plane a chance to pull them out the length of the airplane. I hit that button, them suckers are going to go down that tube through the pipes, and if anything, with that blue fluid, they're going to come out as Smurf nuts. Literally blue balls. That ain't happening. It is not happening. And another thing, reason I'm not going to do a number 2 on there, I've seen too many news stories where the plane had to be turned around and land because old boy was in there blowing up the bathroom, and they thought there was some kind of gas leak, toxic fumes. Whatever was in that dude died, and it was being resurrected. I don't know, but the fumes caused them to have to turn the plane around and go land for an emergency. That's not going to be Grumpy. Grumpy's not going to cause that. Not only am I not going to fess up to the smell, but I'm not going to fight all them passengers. And I've seen some characters on them planes, trust me. So, things to think about when you fly. I mean, you got nothing else but time to think, because heaven knows that depending on what phone you're using, sometimes you connect, sometimes you don't connect. I mean, at least I do with mine. So one thing I do have, I like to do on there, I play my baseball game on my phone. You know, I played baseball when I was a kid. I played a little softball as I got older, but it was never a thought that I was going to be a professional at it. Here's my question. You ever look and see those guys playing those sniper games or those hitman games? Do you think a hitman ever downloads that game and plays it and critiques? Oh, that would never happen. No, I wouldn't do it that way. Maybe the next guy you see playing one of those games, he might be a hitman on the way to do a hit, practicing for it on the way. The mind always wanders. And one more to go over with you. Well, at least this one. So, me and old Filthy Phil and Double D, we went out to the old deer lease, and we were out in Stephenville, Texas. And as we're driving through, we were going through downtown Stephenville, and we passed Tarleton State University, and as we're driving down past the courthouse and everything, there's a business on the left. It's called the Hairless Cat, and I'm thinking, do they sell hairless kitties? I know there's a species out there of cats that grow no hair, ugly as can be, but they're still cats. But why would you have a store to go in there and make your cat hairless? It didn't dawn on me until it was like, oh, I read the rest of the sign. Waxing studio. That's where they go get the kitty waxed and it becomes hairless. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. So, yeah, hey, more power to you. You want to go in there and get that ripped off? I talked to the boss lady, and she said that shit ain't happening. So, I, as a dude, I'm not getting it done. I'll be the hairy dude. No, you ain't ripping none of that off of me. Trust me. But I do want to show you something. When you were kids, come look at this. I'm across the street in the hotel. I want you to see this. Look at this damn freaking playground. Where was this shit when we were kids? In a pirate ship. Look at that pirate ship. Those slides, those aren't the old slides back when I was growing up in Ohio. Those metal slides get all hot and rip the skin off of you. A little kickball court. I promise you, one of these nights I may sneak over there, but that fence is in my way. Alright, y'all. So, just one of Grumpy's rants. Nothing big, nothing special. Just Leavenworth, Kansas. Doing our thing. I will be home back in Texas in about another 2 weeks. And Filthy Phil and I are planning on going out and getting the hog hunt in. So come along, enjoy. Hopefully we'll be successful. Appreciate y'all hanging out with Grumpy's Rant. And if you like what you see, please like, comment, submit some of the things that you rant about. Some of the things that, comments on what I've ranted about. You like it, you don't. Am I being too much of a male Karen? Nah, I don't give a shit. That's what life's about. We're here to have fun. What's George's song? I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So appreciate y'all coming along. If you like it, please click like. Please, subscribe and pass it on to your friends. Until next time, y'all stay safe. Have a good one. Grumpy out. See, I talked about playing on that playground. You can't see him, but the cop's right there. Somebody snitched. They say snitches get stitches. I'm going to be over there, playground. You wait. Oh, there he goes. All right, everybody. It's the cops. Get down.